26 OTB college draft extravaganza watch along. KB coming at you live from ESPN headquarters. And we've got co-host of the Empty the Quiver podcast, Jackson Van Flake. With me here, DJ will be joining us soon. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I don't know if Jackson can hear me because we've been in the room for a little bit together, but I have word. The trade doors are closed.
Fantastic caster, creative type of player.
So the Archers will be making the selection.
His dad, Joe Spallina, happens to be the GM of the California Red. They have picked Joey Spallina, number one on my bracket. What is Joe Spallina willing to do in terms of packaging current players on the Red and for draft picks to get the number one spot for father and son as united? Here's the reality. They are a very, very fan. But Joe Spallina also coached Joey for a good portion of his life. That bond goes beyond just father and son. Coach, it's player. I think Joe Spallina would be willing to now get his son. And Arthur, that be actual pick. If you look at them, they have a clear piece. They really struggled last year. And you look at Spallina, and I think he's really rewarding. I think they're rewarding surrounded by quality players against that pro flag guys like those Flagger guys you grew up watching. And you look at this Archers offense, I think they're looking for the next face of that franchise. If you don't go Spallina, right, next up is kind of Aiden McGuire, short stick defensive midfielder. Archer's loaded to that position. It's not only a position that can go number one overall, just based on the value you get at that stage. That's never down switch overall. Size never happened. McGuire could be the best player. Before he gets his first pick, how this is going to work out. 18th in the PLL, 4 rounds, 32 total selections tonight. First time, a little bit more time with 4 rounds 2 through 4. In 2 minutes of peak. For the top picks already, there is Parks, Hayfords, Melina there at the top, Fire there at 3, Silas Richmond, and Albany. They play tonight against Siena. The talent through the midfield there, 4, 5, and 6. There's Thanos from Maryland, and Splunket from Army. Billy Blonder from the top defenseman. Couple injuries that really get the depth of that in this draft part, but obviously, yeah, you guys were talking about Nate McGuire. But who is going to give up an opportunity to draft a true quarterback? Or Silas Richmond is 6'4", 220 pounds, right-handed, plays for Scotland. Albany has become a PLL pipeline, creating count. Plays in that kind of system already. Everyone talks about his finishing ability, but the reality is,
can you hear me now?
Also, team passes. So he's an intriguing offensive prospect. You look at this big board from a first round perspective. There's some big dogs hanging around offensively that we're going to want to gobble up quickly because I think there's a drop in talent, big field wise, later on. And it's because of the injury. Every draft needs to have a selection. For me, that is must be actually happen before the draft. Staller, Scott Danger, the Maryland, Ohio State, respectively got injured. Now, teams that were maybe behind that top tiers, top defenseman, do they now?
All right, so it was working.
You start talking yourself into the defenseman who kind of provides them the rank. All right, unlike recent years, let's find out if you're going to take for that. We've got CLL president, co-founder, Paul. Drew, Paul, and Ryan, straight back to you guys. What an exciting night as we approach our 8th TLL season. It's a night that
pick us in.
Best college lacrosse players in America. See how our 8 clubs are going to shape their future. I wanted to quickly congratulate everyone who's going to be selected. More importantly, those unselected tonight. Row's not closed. Last year, Dalton Young was undrafted. Played for the PLL championship on behalf of the Denver Outlaws as a starter. Jackson Eicher, undrafted, played for the Carolina Chaos and just won the championship series. So selected, unselected, it's your time. We're excited to watch it.
Sorry for the technical difficulties there. Wow. Aiden McGuire goes number 1.
You look at this team and what they needed. Eventually, I thought they would get to a two-way midfielder. I guess this is a place we could take McGuire and let him go a little bit more from D to L. You look at their rope unit. You got Piper Bond, Connor Marr, and Bo Pedersen. They're young. They're athletic. You're basically adding strength.
Holy cow.
You're going to have to win some rock fights. So how do you score more if you're Utah? Clearly, it's the ability to go from defense to offense.
Aiden McGuire goes number 1 overall.
Generational type talent with potentially Galena or Richmond to quarterback your offense when that offense is getting older. That's the reality. But let's talk about
Aiden McGuire goes number 1 overall. Short stick D middies matter.
Watch him at Duke. He's been at his best trigger and transition from defense to offense when he's also a shooter. This guy shoots the ball about 95 miles an hour on the run. He's an absolute freak. I think the PLL is going to unlock Aiden McGuire to new heights in terms of his scoring. I think there's more two-way potential here than at its surface. I think you just think short stick D midi. They drafted the first short stick D midi, number 1 in the history of professional lacrosse. But this guy, I think there's layers to this. Well, clearly the fans of the Utah Archers, they are excited.
Holy cow. We'll see if we can get Jackson back in here, but
At the Arrowhead, the Utah Archers fan watch party, this is a proud franchise that won back-to-back PLL championships before missing the playoffs last year. That is how they ended up with the number 1 pick in this year's draft.
crazy. The Cannons are on the clock. I'm intrigued to see what Brian Holman does here. Mikey Weishauer. He was someone I had pegged to the Water Dogs. Holy cow. This draft is insane. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. Interesting selection there. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. So that means the Whip Snakes are on the clock. Could they go Joey Spallina at 3? Holy cow. If Joey falls to Carolina, that would be kind of sick too. Whipsnakes about to make their selection.
Pick in the 2026 PLL College Draft. Maryland Whipsnakes select Joey Spallina, attack, Syracuse University. There are Joey Spallina's teammates going nuts. I've had Joey Spallina number one on my big board since last year when he turned the calendar to 80. Why? Because he's the ultimate quarterback.
Joey Spallina to the Maryland Whipsnakes.
And if you put him in a two-man game, he drives you nuts because he can get a short kick matchup, but he also manipulates defense with his IQ. Everyone talks about superpower. Joey Spallina's superpower is his lacrosse IQ and his overall stick skill.
Wow.
Tremendous in-tight player as well. I think if you put him around some other players like DJ Malone, who will get a number one matchup, Joey Spallina with a two is a different piece. This is the best accurate in the league, bar none. You now have added Spallina to Rob Pennell, the all-time assist leader, and then TJ Malone a couple years off of the Rookie of the Year campaign. The IQ of that three-man unit right there, assuming they bump Aiden Carroll up the midfield, which affords you that flexibility. Now, all of those
insane
have been completely unlocked. You look at Randall, right? That Randall is off-ball prowess. Our aforementioned Aiden Carroll. And then now, Spallina is able to learn under Rob Pennell and never have the number one defender on. So his mentor just grew up idolizing, right? And showing him the ropes as a pro. I mean, what a dream scenario to walk into. The IQ, the ability for him to play off ball of Pennell and TJ Malone. This is really an intriguing attack unit, just given the lights out IQ and basketball. I've known Joey Spallina since he's a young little guy, right? He was on the sidelines of his dad's New York Lizards. This is going to be the first time where he doesn't have a monster chance. If he was drafted to Utah number one, he'd be getting the number one matchup at attack. This is
wow. Joey to Maryland is crazy.
He's going to get the big matchup in terms of the number one defender on opposing team. Spallina can go into the PLL.
Elliot, what do you mean can I show the live stream? I can't show the draft on stream. I don't have the rights to do that. I can just do commentary. I don't have the rights to do.
Here's young Joey. RB, I think you were hanging out. This was halftime of the All-Star game back in 2011. You remember watching young Joey? Absolutely. Yeah, there he is, diving on Jesse Schwartzman. I was going to say the legendary Jesse Schwartzman. And this one, the time capsule, the time machine, him with Steven Berger, just a legendary trick shot contest there. You know what's great about that picture, too? This has been his dream. Like, when Joey Spallina was a young kid, his dream was to play college football at the height. Yeah, that's true.
What does Carolina do here?
This is a kid who's wanted to play professional lacrosse his entire life. You look at some of the critiques, it's like, this guy's going to be a pro's pro, dedicate his life to it. He's been productive every single place that he's gone. Like, celebrate what he's going to achieve as opposed to picking him apart. He's been productive despite having a massive target on his back. Like, from being the number one recruit, getting the number 22 at Syracuse, takes that program back to championship weekend. Trying to cap it off PLL draft. The Carolina Chaos are on the clock. We are still awaiting the selection. Maybe some maneuvering. First round, but as far as
Carolina only has 2 picks in this draft, so they could be trying to trade back. So they trade back with Atlas to try to get Ross. My dog.
What up, gang?
Yo, what a monkey wrench this draft has been so far.
I'm about to scream.
Dog. Aiden McGuire goes 1. Weishar goes 2. Joey goes 3.
I saw.
Crazy. Carolina's still on the clock.
And we thought TJ Malone was good already.
Man. We
Bro,
thought Aiden Carroll was good already.
Hey, bro is about to cook.
Aiden is about to cook in that midfield.
Hey, though. If the Woods grab Palumbo, I'll be happy.
I Palumbo, you Palumbo, he, she, we Palumbo.
I'm going to be saying that all summer long.
That's copyright, trademark, Outside the Box Podcast 2026, all rights reserved.
They already know.
Yo, what if Atlas trade up here to get Ross from Penn State?
I think that'd be somewhat of a stretch. I think they need to go get they need to get a poll, and there's plenty of polls, and they'll be there when they pick.
Pick might be getting traded.
Let me see if I can.
I think the introduction of more general managers has certainly made our job a little bit spicier in terms of just them being a little bit more active.
My jaw was on the ground. Like Bates played that pick so well. I did not see McGuire going 1.
It's Dub.
Denver Outlaws moved up.
I'm trying to see if I can watch the draft while I'm also doing this on my phone.
Chaos traded the pick to the Outlaws.
What'd they get back? Did they just pick swap?
7, 22, and 28 go to Carolina.
What?
They took Evan Plunkett.
They took Plunkett out of Army?
From Army. What in the world? So that's pick 22 and 28, I said?
7, 22, and 28. Could you hear me when I wasn't on screen? Okay.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I'm about to drive home. Good thing is my road rage has gotten far better than it has ever been. So I shouldn't just randomly scream obscenities.
Boyle just said the first thing this signals to him is that Jared Bernhardt is playing attack.
Ah, that kind of makes sense.
Chaos just made out like bandits, though, because they only had 2 picks. So Chaos went from 2 picks to 5 picks now.
Damn. But all that for a guy that is essentially a rental.
Unless he knows something.
Oh, I mean,
I agree with you. It's an unknown.
Well, no, it's not an unknown. He has to go do military obligations. Yeah, he has to go to
Well,
the
no,
military.
I know what you're saying. You just don't know if it's like, and by you I mean like the masses. You don't know if it's an Iker situation or if it's a Nick Turn situation.
But even then, like, both of those are essentially rentals. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no good way to play that situation. It's like all the other attackmen on the board, and Plunkett's the one you went with. Like, and that's no slight to Plunkett at all. I like Evan Plunkett and the way he plays a lot.
Yeah, they had him listed as a midfielder on the draft.
I love the way.
Yeah, so the
plays,
official trade.
But it's like you could have went and got a number of midfielders that play a similar game to Plunkett that will be there long term.
Mm-hmm. Water Dog's pick is in. I don't know how I feel about the White. How do you feel about the Weishart fit in Boston?
I think they're getting dangerously close to Redwoods territory a couple of years ago, where like their entire midfield is the same player. Outside of Ryan Drenner, their entire midfield is the same player.
And Drenner's hurt right now.
So it's like you're running into a situation where you have no flexibility or no
like the only
no versatility within your
player.
midfield.
Like the only different type player to me is just because he's one of the most versatile players on the planet. It's Matt Campbell.
But even then, like when you look at the way Matt Campbell like plays offensively, that's a lot how like it's very similar to Weishauer and every other midfielder they have on their team. There's without Drenner, there's no speed element to their midfield. Their midfield is all like aggressive dodging shooters. There's no speed, there's no deception, there's no off ball. Like they all just want to dodge down the alley and rip.
Because the Cannons midfield right now, according to the PLL website, is Campbell, Drenner, who's hurt, Mick Kelly, Connor Kirst, Fardaro. And now you add Weishart to that.
I mean, I understand why they went with like a midfielder option. I don't know if Weishauer is the one I would have gone with.
He is their smallest midfielder too, because Weishauer is listed at 5'9".
And maybe I am a little biased because I hate Maryland. So,
well, he's a Towson kid now. I wonder if that's a Drenner influence pick.
But also, what state does Townsend play in?
Fair. I mean, I liked Weishauer. I wanted him. I thought Weishauer was a perfect fit for the Water Dogs.
Yes, I would have liked that fit more. It's not that I don't think
because he's different from all their other midfielders.
Like, it's not that I don't think he will fit in Boston, because I feel like he's a player that adjusts to his surroundings and makes it work and figures out how to be a helpful piece to the team around him. But I just don't think it's the best fit for him or for the team. I feel like both of them could have gotten better situations.
I guess he's getting coached by Will Manny.
Yeah, like I said, like I don't think it's bad for either side. It's just one of those situations where like it's good, but it easily could have been great for both of them in separate situations.
Spencer Ford absolutely fleeced Sudan.
Yeah, he did. That's insane. Oh, we got to check on Hoots.
Aiden McGuire's the first short stick D midi in the history of pro lacrosse to go number 1 overall.
I mean, yeah, because what are you doing? Also, like we have to talk to Bates about this at some point. We have to.
I'm gonna try to talk to him tonight.
I need to know what's going through his head and why he chose a short stick D mid when he arguably has the best short stick D mid room in the league.
Yeah.
It makes zero sense.
Unless you're trading one of them.
Even then, he still has like a crazy short stick D mid room.
Water Dog's pick is in. Silas Richmond to Philadelphia.
Hey, me and Hoots talked about that a little bit last night, or / today, with those of you who got a chance to listen to the college show. Richmond's a beast, and he fits that. He fits basically any offense in the league. That's a great spot for him. They're probably going to stick him in the midfield, but he'll be a great cutter and a great volume shooter.
They have him listed at attack.
Yeah, because he's an attackman, but he'll end up playing mid.
I mean, that's Kieran's eventual replacement.
Yeah, probably, but as long as Kieran's there, he's going to play mid. He's too good to keep off the field.
But just in terms of like long term too, like eventually you'll have an attack of CJ Curse, Michael Sowers, and Silas Richmond.
I mean, it might change though. They might leave Silas in the midfield and just grab an actual left-handed attackman. He's very good with his left hand, but he's technically a righty. So they might end up drafting an actual left-handed attackman. Oh, the Wood's on the clock?
Yep.
Chad Palumbo would be fantastic here. One, because I want to sound right, and two, because he fits the system so well.
Or do you? I know you have your Maryland bias. I agree with you on Palumbo. I like him a lot. Or do you go Matt Collison because you have the intel from Chase?
I like Matt Collison, but you know what I'm going to say. He's just Miles Jones, Perk, Degnan, Charlie Bertrand over again. He's just a step-down shooter.
Yo, Tierney's funny. They have Tierney like tapped in on the broadcast. He said he thinks Silas Richmond's a generational talent that's going to play for at least 10 years. And he said, but most importantly, he looks great in purple.
But yeah, I just Matt Collison seems like a mold of a player we've seen one too many times that doesn't work out in that offense. And that has nothing to do with the Maryland bias, because I brought up Collison as an option when I did the mock draft piece for Empty the Quiver. But they made me choose one guy, and I liked Palumbo more than Collison. Also brought up Mikey Leo. So I wouldn't be opposed to Mikey Leo jumping onto this squad either.
Tierney just said the Water Dogs may not take another attackman for another couple years.
I mean, they don't need to.
And then they asked him, like, what do they think about the future of the attack group? And Tierney goes, I hope they come visit me at my grave. It's crazy.
They're doing this on purpose. You can't tell me they're not lobbing these up on purpose.
I mean, it's Drew Carter, Boyle, and
gold.
Kark. It's a great desk. The Redwoods pick is in.
It's going to work. And Ryan, you said something about the Denver Outlaws. Like, imagine putting a deep defense and asking them on the field guard Garrett Bernhardt, Pat Kavanaugh, Brennan O'Neill. That's like 1A and 1B for me. Like, these two teams.
Yo, let's also not forget the Water Dogs still have Zed Williams too.
I know.
Redwood stayed put at 6.
What if Zed plays pole?
That'd be sick. Michael Leo is a California Redwood.
I be knowing stuff, bro. I be knowing stuff. Did I tell you I be knowing stuff?
That's such a Spalina coded pick.
Mm-hmm. Especially if he does go and trade for Joey one day. Pairing him back with Sammy English and Mikey Leo.
I like that for the midfield.
And whether he plays attack or midfield, I think it's inconsequential. They just needed more offensive talent on their left side.
Him with Andy Mack.
Yeah, I just think they're very similar in that right.
Michael Leo played midfield his first 2 years. Now he's exclusively playing attack.
I hate the way some people drive.
He also has a chip on his shoulder and an edge. But when the moment is big, Michael Leo wants the ball. His freshman year against North Carolina, game is tied, overtime. Michael Leo has the ball. Game winner. The bright lights, he never shies away from. He is built for professional lacrosse in terms of embracing that type of pressure and stress. And he's got a relationship with the GM, Joe Spalina. His son is Michael Leo's roommate at Syracuse. So Joe Spalina knows.
Also, the other thing with Silas, like with you saying him playing in the midfield too, like Jack Hanna's not going to be available for the first month of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the NLL is influencing a lot of these picks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we look at midfield is a focal point for us. Obviously, for us to get a guy like Mike.
Hey, my car having a sport mode is not a great idea.
No. What do you got? What are you driving? Crocs?
Damn near.
You got sport mode?
I got 4x4. What I don't understand is this is an all-wheel drive vehicle, but it gives me the opportunity to be in rear-wheel drive if I would like. When do I ever want to be in rear-wheel drive?
Right.
I would like to be all-wheel drive at all times.
Joe just said it'll be nice to be able to just sit in the stands and relax and be a dad to watch Joey play.
Huh. Yeah.
Carolina's pick is in. Where did they go? Oh. Chad Palumbo, number 7 of the Carolina Chaos.
What up? That's some bullshit. We had every opportunity to take Chad Palumbo.
Should turn these lights on in here. Ooh.
Hi, Andy. Hi, Andy.
How much did you hold your breath? Are you just starting to come up for air right now? How confident were you that he'd still be there at 7, or how much worry kind of crept in for you? I could probably take a breath. That's
Watch out.
But, I helped face
Andy,
GMs.
move, please.
He does a fantastic job. He thinks
Move,
outside the
please.
box occasionally.
Brooksy just said that their GM thinks outside the box. He said the name on national TV.
Oh, let's go. For the whole world to see.
The team that Coach Brooks used to be with, the New York Atlas, last year's PLL champions, they're on the clock until next ball. With the
eighth and final pick in the first round, year 2026 PL College Draft.
The New York Atlas.
I'm home, so about to set up
Select Alex Ross.
so I can actually watch
Alex
the
Ross
draft.
goes to New York.
Who was that?
Alex Ross.
And he didn't need to move up.
I know Hoots is pissed. That's huge.
I'm talking to the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways.
All right, so to recap the first round here,
Make a change.
it went Aiden McGuire, Mikey Weissar, Joey Spallina, Evan Plunkett, Silas Richmond, Michael Leo, Chad Palumbo, Alex Ross.
To recap my game, we lost a lot to a little, and I didn't get angry. No penalties by me so far this year. 3 games in.
Vibes and Smiles 2.0.
Hey, vibes and smiles, my baby.
So best available on Lamberti's big board, Will Donovan, Shaler, Spanos, Matt Collison, Hunter Smith, Billy Dwan, Cullen Brown, Alex Marinier, Luke Roa.
Coach, as this first round unfolds, how much are you salivating and kind of licking your chops, just like, yes, take another offensive player, take another attacker, take another midfielder, let the top D guy just kind of fall to me?
Well, again, it's we're in a reactionary spot here. With the last pick and all 4 wins, so we got to kind of be able to be flexible here, depending on who comes off the board. But to pick the first defenseman off the board in this year's group was huge for us. And we're thrilled to have, like I said, Alex Ross.
All right, Coach P, thanks for the time. Good luck against South Lake on Thursday, and congrats on drafting Alex Ross.
I'm not going to pull up the
All right,
draft.
that is 1 round in the books. 8 picks have been made as the best players in college.
So Cannons have 2 second-round picks.
People are talking. Joey Keegs
All right, here we go.
on Twitter right now. Good point by him. Joey's pulling that Michael Lee, the first Syracuse teammate drafted in the first round of 2017. 1 round of the books. Arthur's back on the clock when you come back to Brooklyn.
I wish they had a live audience for this.
Same. Be sick. I wish I was in there.
That's why I was saying it for the most part.
Joey Spallina and Michael Leo are the first Syracuse teammates drafted in the first round since Nick Mariano and Sergio Salcido in 2017.
Oh, my. What a throwback. Can you believe that was almost 10 years ago?
That's disgusting.
Tell me about it. My 10-year high school reunions next year. Don't be laughing. You about to hit like 20.
Whoa, we ain't that close yet. I still got 6 more years before that.
That's close.
That's not close at all.
All right.
We didn't even do a 10-year reunion.
10 is the only one I'm going to. After that, I could care less. I'm exhausted.
Felt that, bro.
You staying there tonight or you driving back home?
No, I'm saying because WLL's tomorrow. Is your camera still connecting?
I don't think so. Am I
'Cause
choppy
I
on
don't
your
see
side?
you. I just
Oh.
don't see you.
I see you. That's really weird.
Yeah, you're just a bunch of like purple dots just like loading.
But instead, the Drive Easy on the Geico app. My son's safe driving score saved us even more.
I just turned it off and back on. That might help.
$10 for alarms, $10 for any toppings, $10 for your choice of lunch.
I mean, I don't look all that special, so you ain't missing much.
It's been a minute since we've been on camera together.
Sorry. Last weekend was crazy.
Ninth pick, Archer.
Rachel looks great today.
Ryan Steins.
This kid's pretty solid. I don't know the last time a kid from Utah was drafted.
Guess stay put.
This is a risky pick, I think, on the surface, but if you watch Stein play, what he does against
Archer's fans are bugging right now. You know, I would say I don't know how that feels, except I'm a Packers fan. And I'm a Pistons fan. 2003 was a very dark time.
and then they draft them, and then they plug and they play. And you look at this team, when they were winning championships, back-to-back championships, it was largely built off of draft and giving guys opportunities and then giving them long leads. When you look at Stein, coming from Utah, I think a lot of teams, when you look at it, maybe later rounds, but really they need offense. Whether they get it here at 9, 17, 25, and where it comes from, they need more offensive scoring punch. So if you look at McGuire, yes, he can get you some in transition, but he's a short defensive midfielder. You needed a guy that's going to give you some punch on the offensive end. The reality is he's from Charlotte, North Carolina, not a lacrosse hotbed, although the structure buzz down there. Under the radar, has something to prove. Took a chance going to Utah, a program that really
Cannon's pick is in.
He keeps on fighting with Gallup. And I love this about him. He plays with a lot of passion, and he's a leader.
From the University of Utah, now going to the Utah Archers. Their head coach, Chris Bates, joins us now. Obviously, Bates, you don't give a damn about anyone's mock draft. Why is Ryan Stein the right pick for you at number 9?
Well, we need some offensive punch, clearly, and his skill set, his size, he needs it. He's good off ball, two-handed, and just he's got a lot of upside, right? You guys said it, his trajectory is right where you want it. I think he's going to fit it nicely. I think his interchangeability from the box to attack just fits with where we're going stylistically, and I think he's going to be a really good pro.
You, Matt, mentioned Coach Bates.
So the Archers have gone McGuire and Steins.
Where do you think you gravitate more towards in regards to plugging him somewhere on the roster?
You might need to refresh your browser.
Everybody's going to play everywhere for us. Play down low. I think everybody plays in different places upcoming, so I think Brian fits that perfectly. He can play that. He can handle his business left-handed, frankly. He's big body righty on the wing, and he can come to the box and be a matchup for the short stick. So it gives us that ability to move him around a little bit, along with other guys that he's going to play with.
Knowing you needed more offensive juice, can you walk us through your decision-making process with McGuire at number one as opposed to kind of the top-tier offensive talent that would have been afforded you there?
We think McGuire is special. He's going to help us change how we play. We're going to play four shorties, and we're going to run up and down the field a little bit. And we're going to keep guys on the field a little bit. And, we think we've got the guys to be able to do that. So, Aiden's got an edge to him. He's a wonderful kid, a true competitor, and he graded out from the beginning to us as just a difference maker. And there's other really good players that we're starting not to get, but we're thrilled to get Aiden to join us. And I think it's going to play.
Chris Bates is the draft as McGuire and Stein with his first two picks. Boston Cannon's back on the block. Let's go back to Ray.
Cannon's pick is in.
In the 2026 PLL College Draft, the Boston Cannons select Hunter Smith, defender, Richmond.
Another high-end defender. You turn on the tape, super active, high IQ, on ball and off ball.
Hunter Smith
Two contests last year, defending CJ
from Richmond. Of course, Deej isn't in here yet.
overall pick in the draft in 2020.
When one of his Richmond boys go.
He covered Hunter Smith in those two games last year as well as you could. He is a bigger body. He likes to get active, quick, and attacking in terms of
Crazy. Like that for the Cannons, though.
And this Cannons defense, they struggled last. And you look at their offseason, no Apple, no Young, no Shepard, pick up bars, it's not an option. If you look at their starting defense, he's coming back. He's fully 100% healthy. Owen Grant, he traded for the year prior. You shift him from LSM to close defense, which I like that decision. You have this gaping hole at your third close defense. So they needed a day one starter they can plug in. You still got Ethan Rawl at the LSM position. So I think that this is a spot that they needed to draft somebody that they knew day one we could put him in there and he could be pro ready.
Yeah, close defender. He's not a long stick midfielder. If you watch tape of Dan Samadi, Paul Richards, who's the defensive coordinator, and the Richmond Spiders play defense, it's incredible how much they're in sync, how they time their slides, their support help within the defense, going inside out. You have to have real lacrosse IQ to play in that system, and Hunter Smith has that. Like, this guy is a starter, no-brainer.
Cannons fans were clearly excited. This addresses a major need for them. RB mentioned the defense last year, worst in the league, and yeah, they're stoked.
That's Drew's apartment up in Boston.
Those guys get in there. But think about the Cannons' season last year. If they had won one of those games in their homecoming weekend at the end of the season, they would have been in the playoffs. They'll have 33 goals across. They lost both. Maryland.
The Whip Snakes second round pick is in.
With the 11th pick in the 2026 PLL College Draft, the Maryland Whip Snakes select Billy Dwan III.
Billy Dwan.
Syracuse University.
Air traffic control. His father, Bill Dwan II, was a assistant at Johns Hopkins under Dave Petronella for 20 years. Billy Dwan grew up on Homewood Field, understanding the ball. He's probably
Great pick for the Whips, man.
the guy that was just raising in Hunter Smith being smart. Billy Dwan had his PhD in playing defense off ball. You remember Ed Glazer, one of the Redwoods, who was so smart? I look at Billy Dwan as like a new age Eddie Glazer because he has almost 20 goals in his career as a defender, and he's not a long stick midfielder. He's a trail defender that gets involved in offense. It's not like he's on the wing or they're playing long stick midi. He finds offense in the shorter field in the PLL. I think he's going to find more offense, and this just tells me Maryland likes their cover guys, and they feel like they need someone inside who can really direct that defense.
The core and the stability of the good Snakes in terms of their franchise history has to do with the defensive side, and more specifically with the Maryland.
Great pick.
And you look at that done, Ajax Epitello, like still cover guys done getting older. Ajax, the younger guy they bring in. To me, this is now the era of Tim Muller. You look at Tim Muller in terms of what he has done in terms of orchestrating that defense over the years in the same way that they kind of moved on from Bryce Young and brought in Ajax Epitello. I see this as a smoothing process. Bring in Juan, allow him to learn the system, get his feet wet as Muller kind of ages out.
Yeah, he also likes to mix it up, right? In college, you'll get that flag in the PLL, maybe they'll turn the eye a little bit. Billy Guan will.
I saw Steins.
Given all the
Steins. Then the Cannons took Hunter Smith, and then the Whipsnakes took Billy Dwan.
Spiders, stand up.
Chaos pick is in.
Drafted, my baby. Love a Spider getting drafted. So Maryland just deciding to draft all Syracuse.
Mm-hmm.
Carolina Chaos select Ty English.
Ty English goes to Carolina.
We talked to the coaches, Mark. A lot of them shouted out Ty. They love him.
Because he's a little bit of a unicorn in this draft from a two-way perspective. A lot of the short stick D middies in this draft are short stick D middies. Obviously, Aiden McGuire at number 1.
I don't hate that.
But outside of McGuire,
No, it's a nice pick.
Ty English is clearly the best two-way midfielder from a short stick defensive midfield perspective.
And Chaos needed some depth at the short defensive midfield position.
Yeah,
I like
they did.
the offense to pick up
This is a good pick.
Markello, but you look at Bassini getting a little bit older. They're still on the younger side. Ty English, for me, fills a need with depth. The other thing is you look at Stephen Brooks and his track record, specifically with New York Atlas. His pick when he was there was Jake Stevens. And I see Ty English as basically being now Stephen Brooks' Jake Stevens for Chaos. That's like 10 names.
Yeah. And the Redwoods have Sam.
So it's Water Dog's pick?
Plays a lot like that.
Yep.
Stephen Brooks is looking at Ty English and being like, now I've got my big Stevens.
Good ball. And North Carolina having
Now, I wouldn't mind the Woods taking Matt Collison.
The second round belongs to Philadelphia. Water Dog, they are on the front.
What do the Water Dogs do here? Did you see the Dogs traded Ben Randall today?
Yeah, I did see that.
They traded Ben Randall, and then Levi Anderson got traded to the Atlas
Oh,
from the Whips.
what'd the Whips get back in return?
The Mr. Irrelevant pick. 4th
Ooh.
round.
Okay. Interesting.
Do the Water Dogs go
What did the Dogs get back for Randall?
3rd round?
I wonder if they're going to draft a poll.
That's what I'm thinking. With what's his name? Will Donovan.
You think they'll go LSM, not close D?
Well, you got Adler,
Hud-
Brower,
And Hudgens?
Jimmy Freehill, Hudgens, and Weyer as polls.
They might not draft a poll.
Let me make sure that's everybody on the. Oh, and then they signed Malik Sparrow.
Yeah, they might not draft a poll. It's already 6.
Do they draft and stash Shaler?
I think that if they did a draft and stash, they do Bobby Van Buren.
That too.
But I wouldn't be surprised if a team takes a late pick to draft and stash either one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's the plan with Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, that's shocking. He was number 4 overall. Not just best available now after round 1. Why? He's a big body, 6'4", has been an All-American freshman year at Johns Hopkins. I think people are looking at his production or lack of production this year. Keep in mind, they slide him. He's their only true Dodger at Johns Hopkins. They slide him when he gets off the school bus. He's an exceptional player, a box-to-cross background, crazy range. And last time I checked, the Water Dogs could use a lefty midi. And if he falls on their
Will Donovan, Shaler, Spanos, Collison, Cullen Brown, Marinier, Roa, Croddick are the best available. Do the Water Dogs go Croddick here? Let's see. The pick is in. Rachel Ducheco's at the desk. Collison to the Dogs.
Yeah, we highlighted him as sliding, and Dave Powell was like, if you're going to let him slide to me, I will gladly pick him up. You look at the Water Dogs.
There it is. That's a good pick.
I like that.
He'll help their midfield a ton.
Oh, yeah. They couldn't score from the midfield last year, and that's all he does. And he's huge. That's an interesting take there from Clark.
What did he say?
He said this is the Chris Kavanaugh of last year. In terms of like a guy falling.
Chris didn't fall that far, for one.
Close enough.
He's a whole round ahead.
No, he's not.
Or no, what? Chris was
pick. Round 2, pick 10.
Yeah, second pick.
So he's 3 picks ahead of Collison.
I guess that's not
I get what he's saying.
Comparison.
Collison's the first Hopkins player since Paul Rabel to earn USILA All-America honors as a freshman, sophomore, and junior.
I just don't. I don't know that Collison is as good as Chris is to make that comparison, but I understand what he's saying.
Redwoods. Cullen Brown.
Cullen's good. I don't know if I like the pick per se. He's really good, but I don't know that the Redwoods really need another pole.
Now he's guarding everyone's number 1.
I was wondering if they were going to go defense.
I didn't think they needed another pole at this moment.
Brendan Stock from Cornell. Outliers in this draft because of their flex potential. Everyone else that I see is either a close defender or an LSN midi. You get flexibility.
And that's what the Redwoods do. You look at their roster, now they only have one true LSM on the roster, and that's Jared Connors. Their complete close defense comes back in terms of Bate, Conlon, and Kastner. Arden Cohen is coming back from an injury. They played him at LSM a little bit last year. He seems not as super comfortable. So the ability to have Cohen Brown give you backup potential defensively and then flex.
Oh, they're talking about playing him at LSM.
I love this.
Yeah, I'm hearing it.
Back like Ohio State defenseman at the pro rank, right? Ben Randall, Greg Weiss, Marcus Hudson, the guys that have suspended to the pro rank.
That makes sense, I guess.
If he plays LSM, I like it a lot more. That's an Anthony Kelly pick.
I could see that being a mutual pick.
Yeah. I'm just saying from the Ohio connection.
Fuck Ohio.
AK just said it.
Oh, I heard him. Nasty stuff there.
Now, where do the Cannons go with this second pick? I think this pick's even more important than their whatchamacallit pick, the Hunter Smith pick.
I cannot wait in 5 years to redo this draft.
Let's go back
Mhm.
to the draft here. Boston Cannons are on the clock.
Cannons pick is in.
With the 15th pick in the 2026 KLL College Draft, Boston Cannons select Will Donovan, long stick.
Will Donovan goes to the Cannons.
Yeah, he is.
Yep, they needed that too.
Yeah, I mean, that writing was on the wall, I think, if he fell there, because Brian said that Owen Grant's moving back to close D this year.
Mm.
I thought back-to-back national championships, we always talk about Kavanaugh as a mentor. He was a key piece in both of those championship runs, specifically on championship weekend, where he never got tired.
Brian's having a great draft.
A lot of times you get guys who sit back on matchups. He chases you all over the field. Like, this guy's got a motor, and he wants to deny leverage, meaning he does not give people space when they run. I think when you look at the Cannons historically under Ryan Herman, when they've been at
Weishar, Hunter Smith, Will Donovan with those first three picks for the Cannons.
And I think Will Donovan plays exactly into that, whether he's a second LSM with Ethan Raw. I think they might have eyes on him, maybe playing a little bit of close deep, depending on the matchup, because they have a little bit of quickness down there. But it doesn't really necessarily kind of check the box of something they specifically need. But they did need some depth at the LSM position, which I think they picked up.
We did have Christian Fournier, who's first team All-American LSM at Army, but Will Donovan is joining the Boston Cannons. Last pick of the second round is in. It's the New York Atlas. Let's go back to it.
And the Atlas.
The 16th pick in the 2026 KLL College Draft, the New York Atlas select Luke Roa,
Luke Roa.
Syracuse University.
Yeah, he does. He does.
That offense just keeps getting better, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fair.
Pressler said Xander's all clear for training camp too, by the way.
He's a dodger off four approaches. He's not the type of guy that's going to pull you out and announce the stadium, but with good ball movement. And last time I checked, the New York Atlas have some pretty good passers. And they have a shooter in Brian Costabile already. Like, could you imagine putting Roa in ball rotation coming from Schellenberger to Costabile? He's the next.
Damn, bro. Roa with Costabile.
In the sense that they've got Dodgers, right? They've got all the Dodgers you need. You got Keith, you got Schellenberger, you've got Brian Costabile, you've got Matt Trader. What he affords them is now an off-ball presence of Xander Dixon inside, but now from range. So if you're gonna collapse on Xander Dixon in the crease, you better be very mindful of what is going on the perimeter, because now if you do that, okay, I'm throwing a stick pass. If I'm Schellenberger, I'm throwing a stick pass. And now you're dealing with Roa from range from the 2-point arc, so he just allows that, he opens up that offense more off ball. And I think what Atlas do offensively, their off ball prowess, like you have to be so mindful of what they're doing in terms of the picks, the cuts, the fade. And I like what Roa provides in terms of that element of surprise.
I Roa, you Roa.
Guys can shoot around 100, 500.
So now it's the Archer. What does round 3 look like now after that trade?
Hello. Chilling. Okay. Okay.
Archers, cannons, whips, cannons, water dogs, chaos, water dogs, Atlas.
Okay.
Right out of the gate, pretty much, we had a big time trade. The Outlaws getting back in the first round, trading with the Carolina Chaos, which gives up 2 picks later on in the draft. 7 to 4, they ended up drafting Evan Plunkett, midfielder from Army. How could that impact RB the rest of his draft now, Carolina?
Well, I think that it's directly related to policy in terms of dropping, especially when you're looking at kind of the first round guy. He potentially is one of the ones that slides for sure. And then I think you look at Carolina now with that additional draft capital, the needs that you didn't think that they'd be able to address throughout this. Now they have the luxury with 2 extra picks of just stockpiling talent.
Crazy thing for me, when I was looking at this draft, I was splitting hairs between Silas Wick and Matt Allison. Not a fault. Yeah, exactly 5 and 13. Look, Denver knew who they wanted. It was Evan Plunkett. They traded up and they got
Archer's pick is in at the top of the 3rd.
enough to drink some beer out of a booth. These guys are crazy out there in Denver.
Muted Deej there, so
Round we go right after this.
doesn't echo. I'm going to grab my emotional support candy here. Make sure if you're watching on YouTube, you like the stream. Share it with your people. We're having some fun here. OTB College Extravaganza.
midfielder, obviously McGuire kind of checks that box. I thought they would have addressed that later on, maybe with an English type.
See what the Archers do here.
This is where I expect them to go a little bit more defensive in terms of flow speed or LSM. In terms of face-off competition, I thought we were going to see that actually in this draft. But I don't think they'll do anything there. So I expect them to start to turn their attention defensively at 17 and 25. If it's in, we go back to it.
With the 17th pick in the 2026 PLL College Draft, the Utah Archers select Will Schaller, defender, University of Maryland.
Hey, this guy's a buzzkill. He had a knee injury. He will not be available this year. Yep. But he's so good. He was a no-brainer first-round draft pick prior to the injury in March. That this is something for the future that Chris Bates, who does bold things, did another bold thing. I'm not going to be able to use him this year, but he's so good. A defenseman of the year type caliber player, first team All-American. You mentioned off the jump of the show, him and Bobby Van Buren both being injured changed the complexity of this draft. This guy is a
Will Schaller goes to the Archers.
And normally you see these type of high risk, high reward picks happen in the fourth round, right? That's where they stash a player, a guy that's a little bit off the radar potentially, maybe somebody with an unknown military commitment. You see those in the fourth round. I think with the first pick of the third round, what this speaks about is, first of all, the upside of Schaller specifically, and then two, the depth of this draft. Maybe Bates is like, I don't know actually that for this pick and the next pick, I'd rather take a huge swing and get this guy in my camp next year as opposed to what I'm going to get right here. If you saw the size of this guy, right, and you can't put a pair of jeans on, he will recover from a knee. But he's an absolute unit. He was an elite hockey player. As a high school student, he owns matchups. He's a lefty too. He gets low and just dominates people physically. And again, given this draft, seeing this in round 3, we talked about this before. Like normally it's the first rounder. To see it the third round, not a surprise. First pick of the third round, I was a little bit like, oh wow, we're going this high. It's justifiable. Yeah.
First round pick, nice pick. So, Cannon's back on the clock.
The Cannons are on the clock.
18th pick in the 2026 PLL College Draft, the Boston Cannons select Logan Ip, midfielder.
Logan Ip.
Speed. Also likes to get to the rack. He's two-handed. This offense for Harvard the last couple of years has blown up. Defensively, they've had some gaps. But Logan Ip is a midfielder in the Ivy League who's used to attacking long stick matchup. When he goes to the front, he is not going to get long pole attention. He's got some short stick. What I like about him, two-handedness, can shoot with range, and isn't afraid to go to the rack.
And we looked at them needing a midfield initiator, and this is where you just add more resources to that need. Take more kind of bites at the apple. You look at Weinstein early, and now with him, giving them another guy to kind of take the load off of Campbell from a midfield perspective in terms of that dodger, that kind of party starter. And then I also think the homegrown talent. Now, you look at this, with Harvard, the Boston connection, and then Stein is also with the Utah connection with the Archers, maybe a little bit of home cooking at play as well.
And something's going on in Boston in terms of creating these offensive players. Because Sam King had a great year for the Utah Archers. Now you have him. And next year, you're going to have Jack Spidell, who potentially could be a first-round draft pick. So they are creating offensive talent that translates to PLL.
So great. Tonight, the whip snakes are on the clock. Before we hear the pick, let's check out their team needs as they make their third pick of the night. RB, what have you made of Maryland's draft so far?
Yeah, you look at Spallina. I think he's just too good of an opportunity to turn down at number 3 in terms of talking to Stagnita. It was like, if he's there, we're going to take him. And then Dwan, he's that depth, that full, again, the kind of heir apparent to Tim Muller. So this is where I think the short stick, they
has shingles, and
Andy
saw
Say that again.
my mom has shingles, and and Indy saw my grandparents' dog outside and wanted to go outside, so I had to go take her out. What did I miss? The last thing I remember was who was just after Cullen Brown.
Cullen Brown, then Will Donovan went to the Cannons, then Luke Roa to the Atlas, and then Archers took Will Schaller. And then Logan Ip went to the Cannons, and then Blake Island just went to the Whip Snakes.
People around Columbus and nationally think he's one of the top sports committees in the country. I do not look at him as a two-way guy. I don't think he'll play any offense, but I think that he engages and is physically strong enough, a lot like a guy like Danny Logan. You know what Danny Logan?
Damn, that's crazy. Kark just eviscerated this man. He said, I don't see him playing any offense.
Or wait for the ball. 5-6 at a time, you're not on the ball. And in the PLL, when the rock is spinning and the ball's moving at hyperspeed, you better be good off ball, and Island does that well. And Maryland lost 2 short sticks when they're moving it last year with the Roman Fabrizio and then Mazer. But both of them are gone from this year. Returning, you got Bernhardt, who's aging, he's playing on the older side, still got better presence. Kyle Aldridge got some game time, got some minutes here. You need an infusion of young, athletic, stopping ability at this position. They just had a glaring opening, and I think to get a talent like Island at this spot is a really good fit for them.
A tradition unlike any other is Stags going back and forth with these two during the draft.
Drew is funny as hell. He said a tradition unlike any other. Stags going back and forth with these two on draft night. Pointed at Kark and Boyle.
But we are going to disagree here. I watched a ton of film on Blake, and the Myers sent me some clips. The kid can play in transition. I agree with you completely. He's athletic. I think he's a defender.
The Island pick is like their Mazer replacement, I would say.
But I also believe that he has the ability to transition to defense.
Going back to the number 1 overall pick, your first round overall pick, Alina. We talked in advance of this in terms of how you were kind of mocking these guys. Like, look, if he's there, I've got to take him. How excited were you to see him available to you at the career?
I've been watching Joey as long as he's been hanging around the league, back when I was in the MLL. Every step of the way he's been successful. He's had more pressure on him than any player I can remember in recent history throughout his career. There's always an X on his back, and he's responded every step of the way. He's a winner. He has great resilience, and I think he makes our guys better. He just finds a way to get it done. His lacrosse IQ is tremendous, and he's a competitor, and he's unflappable. He just continues to respond.
Coach, I love the Island pick. I think he could be a starter for you at short stick D-Midi. I'm going to disagree with you offensively in transition to the point where I will give you $250 to a charity of choice for every goal Blake Island scores.
That's hysterical. Kark just said he'll donate $250 per goal that Island scores this year to Stags' charity of choice. And Stags goes, I just had a new grandson. It'll go towards his college fund. Cannons. Jack Raniere.
Out of Tufts. D3 guy goes. Another one. Another one.
The way that they play offense, if you watch Tufts play lacrosse, the reason why Sean Kerwin has been known as a mastermind of the PLL as well is because of his roots at Tufts. They play a sick brand of lacrosse. And Raniere is from Florida, under the radar, smaller guy, he's super two-handed. I think he's going to struggle a little bit in terms of winning one-on-one matchups, but he's slick enough off ball. I'm not comparing him to Xander Dixon, but he has that element with his hands and how he can move around the offensive sets, off of picks, off of flashes, slips. I think this guy is one of those guys where the stick looks like an extension of his body. I just wonder how you're going to use him. Because at Tufts, he's predominantly a ball carrier. But
Did you see Silas words? He scored a goal 20 minutes after he got drafted because Albany's playing tonight.
That's fire. He has no clue he got drafted.
at Division III level, I just think his role will change a little bit.
No, I'm sure they announced it.
Say, hey, listen,
Now that I think about it.
when you're a Dodger, you're a Brit fan, you're not making this transition. When you're a Dodger, that's
Water Dog's pick is in.
I look at them defensively. They picked up Smith, they picked up Donovan. It felt like there's an opportunity to add a little bit more defensive depth. If you look at offensively, you got Whiteside, you got Hitt. They kind of lean more here on offense. But I think adding more resources to the midfield, great. Just felt like last year, the defense was the problem. I think taking more draft capital allocated.
This is the first of 2 third-rounders for the Water Dogs.
We're halfway through the third round. 4 picks are down. 4 more to go in round 3. We come back to Bristol.
This is the one.
What about adding an addition?
We need to check the zoning. Liz? I added a contingency. Upgrade needed. Property lines here.
This draft has been nuts.
Like I said, I can't wait in 5 years to redo this whole thing.
We might be able to redo this in 3 years.
Well, no, I was just saying that because we had put that 5-year marker on it.
Yeah. That second round was wild.
Peter Cruz, ready for game day.
Presents Itchy Eyes versus Weed Whacker Guy. And the winner is Extra Strength Saturday. For eye allergy itch relief that works faster and outperforms Claritin and Flonase, even at 24 hours. Saturday. Bring it on.
Pollen in your way?
Allergies are high grade. Plus, a risk of brain fog. But we've got a leg.
Allegra delivers fast, powerful allergy relief with no brain fog due to drowsiness. Discover Allegra. It's a no-brainer.
All down.
That's big news and exciting news for the PLL and WLL new partnership with Nike, especially if you're like me and ask for swag all the time. Park, who's your best available?
That's Adam and Bernie's best available. I had Eric Spanos.
Spanos is still on the board, too.
Spanos with his durability and injured, but I feel like PLL on the right side. I think Leo Johnson would be a great fit for anyone who has a lefty, wants some two-man game, and a dual threat player as a passer and a goal scorer.
And for me, the short stick position, the rope unit, this is a great opportunity. This draft adds some depth within that position. A lot of teams need some guys in that position, the hardest working guys, the most unheralded guys.
Let's see who the dogs add.
Phillies back on the clock. We go back to it.
With the 21st pick in the 2026 PLL College Draft, Philadelphia Water Dogs select Josh Yago.
Josh Yago.
Hey, hold on. Hey. Does Bill have Alzheimer's or something?
That's crazy.
Because didn't he just say 2 rounds ago he wasn't going to pick another attackman for a few years? Either Bill is living a lot faster life than the rest of us, or him, or they put what he said 10 minutes
Or
ago.
are they playing him in the midfield?
That's still an attackman.
I just worry about post-collegiate career and his commitments to Air Force. Because, like I said, he's
If I'm on the Water Dogs offense, and my name's not Michael Sowers or CJ Kirk, tomorrow I'm hitting the wall, I'm hitting the weight room, I'm getting the
Yo, Boyle's funny.
I'm looking at this, we drafted Richmond, Allison, and Yaga for their first 3 picks. Right? This is a team that did not struggle offensively. Right? They put up numbers. You look at some of the other spots where I identified as some holes and some need. Apparently, now like, I don't care. I'm just taking best available. I'm heading more offensive firepower, and we'll figure it out.
I looked at this draft, and the only stretch, and it's not from a talent perspective. Like I thought Evan Plunkett at 4 really changed that because of his commitment or the unknown commitment after year 1 and year 2 for on. Josh Yago's the same thing. If you tell me that Josh Yago could play in the PLL for many years, he's first round type talent. But he slips in my mind just because of the unknown.
This is exactly why we see guys like Yaga in the 3rd round. Jackson Eicher go undrafted last year, right?
But that's why we question Evan Plunkett at 4.
Jackson Eicher had a heck of a rookie season last year. Chaos are now on the clock. Remember, they got this pick in the trade in the 1st round. Let's go back to Wade and see who they select.
With the 22nd pick in the 2026 PLL
Chaos pick.
The Carolina Chaos select
Eric Spanos.
University of Maryland.
There you go. First round.
That doesn't shock me.
6'5". He committed to the University of Maryland as an 8th grader. He's a part of that last wave of early recruits. He's delivered. He wears the number 1. That's like wearing 22 at Syracuse. He's got a monster X on his back. He's been hurt for about 4 weeks this season. He struggled when he came back, shooting 0 for 7 against Penn State. The next week against Michigan, he scored 8 goals. His health is better. This guy is a big-time player. Like I said, he was a top 10 big board type talent for me, and he slipped. It has to be because of the freshman with his health.
And you look at a team that is starving for offensive talent and offensive depth, and they basically have turned pick number 4 into Chad Palumbo on the left side, and now Spanos on the right side.
So they got Palumbo and Spanos.
Maximum draft capital out of that one pick.
Yep.
Again, I think you got to tip your cap to GM Spencer Ford in terms of
Water Dogs pick is in.
And Spencer Ford knows exactly what he's getting. His son, Spencer Ford, plays at the University of Maryland. He watches that team take the time. And Spanos is a high right-wing guy. He can get underneath you. He can shoot from the outside. He's a player that I think has underrated vision as well. Anytime you think of Eric Spanos, you think of righty goal scorer. I think surrounding
That makes sense too, because Spencer's son plays at Maryland.
you think there's a little duplication with him and Eicher on that right side?
Yeah, I know. Bryce.
I think those guys can coexist.
I would think he coexist because I don't like the idea of running Spanos out of the box because I think he has a slicker stick.
Yeah.
He has a slicker stick than Eicher. Eicher to me is more of like a brute force. You're going to feel my outside shot. I like him more through the box. I like Spanos because I want him living on the field in transition because he's a
great low right wing finisher off the switch. But not as slick as Spencer. I think Iker is more of a play.
I'm just having flashback to the overtime game winner of Iker in transition against California. In California, right?
We're playing the shot. Phillies back on top.
With the 23rd pick in the 2026 ELL College Draft, the Philadelphia Water Dogs select Brendan Staub, long stick midfielder.
Brendan Staub.
University.
He was the other guy that was flex, in my mind. The two flex guys that could make the PLL roster in this draft, Cullen Brown and Brendan Staub. Part of the national championship run for Cornell in 2000.
Who is that?
He's been covering.
Brendan Staub from Cornell.
He's got to play low. He's got to play up top. Massive flexibility. And if you watch him in the run that Cornell made last year, he was awesome. Like wheels out the gate, triggered it.
LSM.
I like the fit. I think he can give Mike Pressler, who I know wants another flex guy. Like he got his lockdown lefty in Alex Ross. I know in the back of his mind that I need some flexibility.
If you look at him and his ability to push in transition, the flex between D and LSM, it's exactly right. It's exactly right.
I like that. I'm dying. His like write-ups on the lower third. 45 career turnovers caused. Business major. Has 2 sisters.
Four of them. The New York Atlas are ready to make the final pick of the third round. Let's go back to them.
The 24th pick in the 2026 ELL College Draft, the New York Atlas select Nico DiPonio, defender, Utah.
Nico DiPonio.
DePonio.
Well, I'm just going off Rachel DeCecco's pronunciation.
I'm hip. I heard her. 2 Utah guys.
If you gave him a 40 test, made him lift weight, and do a lot of other metrics in terms of physical stature, maybe not. But like a Troy Red, okay, like others who have played the position, Matt Cochran, way back in the day, not the greatest athlete, but a great lacrosse player. Antonio is that type. Ethan Raw kind of rings the bell for me as well. I think Antonio
Bloomfield Hill, Michigan, man.
player at that position. Also, he's a ground ball machine and a false turnover. He could be running behind Tyler Parker. That false turnover, ball to ground pushing transition. But clearly going from E to O to that Atlas Valley from that position, and now they just had some best players. You guys drafted in the 2nd round. Brian Holman. Who did some of those guys? 2 Salt Lake City. One of them goes to the Archers and Ryan Stein, and Nico DiPonio. In the 3rd round, next to the New York Atlas. Special night for these guys. Army with Evan Plunkett going 4th overall. Syracuse had 4 guys going the first 2 rounds. And Matt Collison comes out. Let's go to the Hopkins committee. Paul Rabel is going to join us right after this.
Only Taco Bell has what it takes to put crispy chicken nuggets inside a Crunchwrap slider. Why? Because what it takes is a Crunchwrap slider. We need 100% of them of those. Choose from creamy chicken.
Tierney and Brian and Spencer are having phenomenal drafts, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah, it's fun. I'll give you credit for the right there. You're right. There's trouble there.
And the Atlas.
There's nothing like a stay that sets the standard with the largest global hotel program. Nothing like knowing a kind hotels and resorts with a complimentary breakfast starts your day.
But I think the other 3 are just like running away with. I mean, Stags is having a very good draft too. Joey, Billy Dwan, and then Island. I'm about to put a poll on the Twitter account. Who is
workout for 1 cent down. So you can give everything you've got. Get stronger with free fitness training at Planet Fitness. Join for 1 cent down, $15 a month. No commitment. Deal extended to April 16th.
Tax time comes at you fast. That's why TurboTax has local tax experts ready to file your taxes. You can track their progress along the way, and they'll get you every dollar you deserve. Beat the April 15th tax deadline. Hand off your taxes to a local TurboTax expert.
That's coming at you tomorrow night, the first ever WLL College Draft. As we get that for the first ever full season in the Women's Lacrosse League. Thanks to PLL President and co-founder Paul Rabel.
Oh my God, I'm tired. This draft is taking so long.
Our inaugural season. 2 years ago, we launched the WLL Champ Series. It was a huge success. From viewership to player feedback to fandom, commercial interest, Lexus, US Bank, Maybelline. So we led to our next WLL Champ Series, and it just felt like the time. And also the time to have the first ever college draft in the WLL. I'll be back in the studio tomorrow with December 1st. So many players highlight that big board, but who jumps out to you? Got to be Madison Taylor to start out of Northwestern. She set an NCAA goals record last year with 109. I caught her this year against the former champs UNC. She scored the overtime winner. Stoked that rivalry. She's just an all-around goal scorer. I gotta imagine she's gonna go one. You've got some amazing players in the draft. Of course, some big names who are already in the league. Charlotte North, who's maybe the biggest star in the history of the sport. For anyone who's never watched Charlotte play lacrosse, tell them why they should. Well, when they do, they're going to realize that lacrosse might be for them and what they've been missing out on. She plays the game differently. And if you track superstars across all sports in the history of games, they usually have a different style of play. I remember watching Michael Jordan and the way that he would cut through the lane and Air Jordan is anytime. What Charlotte North has done to the way the game shifted the way I think she's amazing to watch this new format that we're going to see all summer, which we got a little taste of in the All-Star game last season. On the PLL side, Paul, you guys enter year 8. What's the overarching theme of this PLL? Continue to put the best product in the world out of it. And to fandom and our markets, celebrate the game and all 8 teams of the PLL have been a neutral site. We love this game, and we put our hearts and souls into it. I know the players and coaches do as well, and kind of seeing that tonight come to life is always special. Yeah, the future is certainly bright with all these rookies who are entering the league tonight. The one thing I love about the PLL is you guys also celebrate the past, and this being really the first sport. So that's a big theme of this summer. Check it out.
Kevin, 1860. They called it Lacrosse. And the first rule was written on the book. The game was rather defeated. Soon after, women's lacrosse began in Scotland. New York, 1877. The first and the first women's team formed after
I can't wait for everybody to look back at this draft and go, what the fuck are they on? Because that's how I feel right now.
Nations competed across 4 continental federations. Los Angeles, 2028. A game that was once dead returns to the Olympic stage. This is it. Made from generations before us. Backyard fields, college stadiums, and pro leagues. Tons, finesse, big hits, and the biggest one. Some call the oldest game in track. America's first game.
America's first game in the first weekend of this PLL season. It's an earlier start this year. Salt Lake City homecoming for the Utah Archers starting on Friday as they host the California Redwoods. You can catch that on the ESPN app. All these games are streaming on the ESPN app. And Saturday, that first game, Denver and Utah, will be on ESPN too. Three rounds game. We've heard from Paul Rachel, we've heard from Rachel Pacheco in the fourth round. Something very special. The picks are going to be made by junior lacrosse players from the area around Bristol, Connecticut. I think you know the first one, Clark. Brady Alexander. I did it. I played. You know everyone.
That should not be surprising.
Brady has elite speed. He actually should. His dad was right.
PLL juniors making the picks.
He's one of those demons that never came off the field. We had to wait a couple extra seconds to score off. But I have heard Brady is exceptional. He shoots better than his dad.
Brady, like all these guys, are picking in the fourth round to participate in PLL play, which provides opportunities for players of all ages and skill levels. So Brady, without further ado, we're now to the Utah Archers pick.
25th pick in the 2026 PLL College Draft, Utah Archers select Leo Johnson.
Leo Johnson to the Archers.
You like the pick?
I like the pick because I have Leo Johnson in my top 10. Leo Johnson, we talk about like Cyrus Richmond being a lack draft. This guy, Lacrosse means the world. Like being drafted in the PLL is a monster accomplishment for him.
It's a good pick.
Be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a very underrated roster. He's Maryland's leading scorer. And yeah, I think this guy gives that a little shake. You and I were talking about.
I think it's a good spot for him.
They were last in the league with Utah.
Man, Utah loves their short kings, though, bro. He's 5'9".
Johnson, I think, becomes one of their top 3 to 4 guys in right away.
And I'll just double down on that. They were last on under offensive category. They're also in last place. And to use your third round draft pick for a guy that isn't going to suit up for you this year, and you need to cash in on all of them. Like picking a defenseman that's not going to suit up for you, you've got needs that you need to address right away. So Leo Johnson starts to get in a little bit more punch offensively and add to that left side. You have a 2-man game with Fields, Matt McKee, with Ambler, right? With Dyson Williams. So they're very left-handed leaning. That's the only. Is there enough room over there? Would be my argument.
I think they're going to run Leo Johnson to the top. And they're going to run Fields to the top. No, or Matt McKee.
So you still got Ambler, you got Dyson Williams on that side as well in terms of left.
I think he gives them more of a little kick. Like Fields loves the body angle. He can shoot from inside.
Redwood's pick is in.
Dyson Williams is more of an inside guy, although he's shown that he can dodge off the ball rotation and four approaches. But Leo Johnson, to me, just gives them a little bit of an injection of quickness that the roster doesn't have right now yet. That's not a great name.
Redwoods are on the clock. Alex Huber will make that.
26th pick in the 2026 PLL College Draft, the California Redwoods select Marcus Wertheim, midfield, Brown University.
Marcus Wertheim.
Yeah, Wertheim's also putting up some numbers this season. I've heard about his toughness. I've heard about his ability to play offense and do it from a much more productive scale than earlier on in his career. So he's one of these guys that is trending up. You have Sam English, who could play two-way. Wertheim could play two-way. And John Torpy is the type of coach when he vouches for you and he talks about toughness and the ability to play.
The Dylan Malloy difference.
It's needed a little bit of depth. You got Chris Morrow coming back from an injury. BJ Farrar, you take your cap to him. He's a converted LSM. And then you got Carter Rice, who got fourth round last year, and then Tevlin. So another two-way guy. And you look back at English, McAdory, Denenza, like all those guys, I would say, are pretty comfortable going both ways. We thought that California would do a little bit more of that in the regular season. They played kind of traditional short sticks and minis. I wonder if they're slowly evolving and moving into as many two-way guys as possible. But from a growth unit perspective, strictly, they needed some depth. And so I like them checking the box, especially in the fourth round.
The one thing about all these two ways that we're talking about when it comes to the Redwoods, these guys all can shoot. It's not like just transferring the ball from defense to offense. Like Wertheim can shoot. Yeah.
Redwoods do have one more pick coming up later on in this round. But up next, Maryland is on the clock. Colin Buda making this pick. Go ahead, Colin.
27th pick for the 2026 PLL College Draft, the Maryland Whipsnakes select Eric Kohler, midfield, University of Maryland.
Kohler goes to the Whips.
They took a Maryland guy. Shocker.
Defensive coordinator at the University of Maryland. He just retired from professional lacrosse. He is a mastermind in terms of teaching defense. What I like about Kohler is how physical. He's a guy that likes point of attack. There's a couple guys in this draft I think that love contact. Kohler's one. Younger kid is another one from Rutgers. He's still on the board. Short stick teammates. I don't look at him like I don't look at Ewan as two-way guys. This is a short stick teammate.
And you look at Maryland's group, right, and it's defensively, it's the transition of Turks to Whitman, right? And so when you get a guy in a late round to fill a need, right? We talked about losing Mazer and Puglisi in the offseason. They needed to add bodies. And to be able to add a guy that automatically knows your system, right? That is the kind of the secret sauce of the Whitman early in the franchise. Is that terminology, that chemistry that is innate going from college to professional life. So to be able to get that late, I'd rather take a swing on a turf that I know when I slot him in, he's going to already know our system pretty quickly. I can get him so ready to get a much more terminology that can match up with that. Speaking of thing,
How much are you going to donate to tax charity at Kohler School?
This is strictly, it's just like, yeah, bro.
All right.
Yo, Drew Carter's funny.
The Carolina Chaos select Peter Detweiler, midfield, Marquette University.
Here goes the short sticks. One at the run of shorties in the fourth round. It's an annual draft tradition, Drew. But again, I like what Carolina was able to do in terms of using draft capital for an area that they needed. You look at earlier on, they picked up
Peter Detweiler. He looks like Taylor Lewan.
Who was that?
Peter Detweiler from Marquette.
Oh, yeah.
Devon, PA zone.
Excuse me.
I like the addition of Sparkello to this unit, but they needed to add some juice here, Mark.
Tremendous mustache. Yes. This is a connect that God type pick because Jake Richard, the head coach at Marquette, played for the Atlas. Who was the assistant coach for the Atlas for years? Stephen Brooks. So Stephen Brooks knows this pick. He researched this pick. He went into a relationship with
Carolina mentioned more than Stephen Brooks, creating some draft capital and using it to draft guys more high on the big board. Four more picks to go in this 2026 PLL College Draft. As we are halfway through round 4. Keep chiming in on social media. Have a fun night. Keep it rolling next.
We have everything you need to unlock your best workout for 1 cent down. So you can give everything you've got. Get stronger with free fitness training at Planet Fitness. Join for 1 cent down, $15 a month. No commitment. Deal extended to April 16th.
My moderate to severe Crohn's kept me out of the picture. With Skyrizi, feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks. Many people were in remission at 12 weeks, at 1 year, and even at 4 years.
Don't use allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight that may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms of vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Hold on to your next phone. It's the World Cup and your gas to be done. Are you what these guys are up? What's up, team? What's up, team?
Operations spiral out of control across the world as the hunt for World Cup glory intensifies. Good luck, folks. We're just getting started.
I had this idea to bring clothes back to the raw material and make new thread. Everyone told me this was going to be impossible. But Chase believed in me. And with a bag like Chase believes in you, it makes you believe even more in yourself.
Get 0.9% APR financing or a $1,000 customer bonus on a select new 2026 Pick One.
ZipRecruiter. In the furniture business, things move fast. ZipRecruiter helps us hire qualified candidates who can keep up. We needed a project manager yesterday. We posted a job with ZipRecruiter and had our guy on site in 5 days. He was qualified in every way. ZipRecruiter finds the best candidates for all our jobs. They help us build our dream team. Get it better.
4 out of 5 employers get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/TV.
Dogs, Woods, Outlaws, Whips. Final 4 picks. Dogs pick is happening.
Dogs pick at 29.
The 20th pick in the 2026 DL College Draft. The Philadelphia Wild Dogs select Kyle Lewis, midfielder, Adelphi University.
Kyle Lewis.
Props to Kyle Lewis.
Did he say Adelphi?
Yeah.
Other D2 guy.
National championship a season ago. He's the national midfielder of the year. His athleticism is too high to ignore. He reminds me of some other players who had a tougher road to get to professional lacrosse. Steven Berger's another one who went to Washington College and had to fight and claw his way to getting respectability for his conference, for his league, for his division. Kyle Lewis is such a shape type midfielder. Like, if you don't put pressure on him in his face, he's got firecracker feet like a wide receiver. He played high school football. He has experience playing in space. I think this is a kind of thing that's going to look back and say, are Division II players ready, or he broke through for
And Dave Powell, when you go back to his days around the Bayhawk, he had a knack and then hit it.
I'm also dumb and totally forgot that the Water Dogs have a GM. He's just not here, so that's why I forgot.
Who is it?
Dave Cottle, the Bayhawks guy.
Yeah.
It's weird. He's the only GM not here.
Number one, that necessarily isn't off the field, right? I think in terms of like post-draft or late-round draft on history. The other thing is this: those going to go for the win rate. Rob Pannell is for position? Yes. Here's rock and roll on the relationship between back to Long Island City. Goes to Lena, GM of the California Red. So there could be a literal Frank Stagnita. If I draft Joe Splita, now am I looking at a potential Canal Joe Splita? John Barry's
That's kind of crazy. I'm surprised you didn't react higher.
PLL college draft. California Redwoods select Dante Bowen, midfield, Syracuse University.
transferred Hughes for his final year of eligibility. Spent his 4 years prior in Columbus at Ohio State. A big, strong athlete. Dante Bowen is part of a growth unit at Syracuse that was a big question mark heading into the season, and they're answering the bell. They're improving every single week. I like the pick. I think when you think of Dante Bowen, he's going to be playing in a system where a GM loves Q-Stop. Like, that's the reality. He drafted Sam English last year. Drafted
Dante Bowen to the Woods.
has some familiarity in the locker room. My question, though, to Dante Bowen is not his ability to cover his space. I think he's the type of short stick defender that likes to crowd guys, but he hasn't been put in situations too much this season, playing out in space and having to guard a guy.
And now we got Denver on the clock, and we haven't seen them since the 4th overall pick. Right? If you look at their draft in terms of what they gave up, right? In terms of like leading up to the draft, 22, 23, and 28. Right? They originally had 7. They lost 3 picks for various trades. Now, Lumpkin, do we think they maybe reached a little bit there? I think the other move that they did was they got Ben Randall at a late trade. So looking at that kind of like that was one of their picks in terms of their cap.
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks to Dan about it when we come back to the final 2 picks. 2026. PLL College.
2 more picks. Who are the best available? Marinier from Ohio State, Croddick the goalie, which I don't think either team is taking a goalie unless Staggs drafts one, because he did say in the press conference that Phipps is really his commitment to playing for the Whips this year is through Maryland weekend. We got Richard Checo, Rory Connor, Hunter Druin, Sean Byrne, Griffin Skane, shout out. Bunch of Richmond Spiders, Teddy Malone.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. With Skyrizi, feel significant symptom relief of 4 weeks. Many people were in remission at 12 weeks, at 1 year, and even at 4 years.
Don't use the serious allergic reactions, increased infection, or vulnerability to cause that may occur before treatment or checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for causes.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. $10 for alarms, $10 for anything toppings, $10 for your choice of hot fries. Like our new garlic lime onion toppings. Because there's crust, and then there's hot fries. Just $3 and $10 for ordering a pizza hut. Got it.
Come on, let's go. Hustle.
Double snail.
When you're ready for spring break, emphasis on the break. It matters where you stay. Book your spring break now. Hilton for the stay.
That was something that no one had ever seen before. Never.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
DraftKings.com. All right, 2 more picks to go. Park RB, more than 2 hours in. How we feel? Good, good. Yeah, I do. It's just a second. We got 2 more picks to go. The first one will be made by Denver. We haven't heard from them since 4th overall. Brett Lutzinger has the pick.
First pick for the Outlaws since number 4.
2026 PLO College Draft. Denver Outlaws select Jack Taylor, midfielder, Jack Williams.
Fins up, Jack Taylor.
So there's a Jack and a Jake Taylor. God damn it.
Now he's playing a pack in his final year. He's super two-handed, really quick, and he's had a monster X on his back the last few years in Jacksonville because he is the guy that makes that offense run. If you talk to John Galloway,
Fins up.
and the reality is that John Galloway played many years for Sudan. Sudan trust Jack Taylor and John Galloway in terms of him reporting to camp. Having a chance to make the drop. The question I have, though, is with all of that talent that they have offensively, Jack Taylor's flexibility to move forward for just a two athletic. Yes. The tough factor for Rick Galloway and Chris in that relationship, I'm sure that conversation happened from coach to coach and then coach to player, because that's really only half the story. But we got the
I'm screaming.
That's where I see this. The only missed opportunity I think really for Denver is like adding a little bit to both of them. Using roster there, I thought there was an opportunity to get younger here. Whether it's a cover guy or there's that solar kind of type. By trading the 22, 23, and 28, you kind of lost that. Granted, you picked up Ben Randall with the 23, but with those other 2 picks, it's just the family to walk away from the draft, and you got 2 middies. You came in with 5 picks, and then to walk away with 2 middies, that's kind of a mission. You would have had multiple other picks. Did make the trade for number 4 to get Evan Funkel, 6, 7, where, to be quite honest with you, I think Evan Funkel unequivocally would have been around this time. That's my opinion.
All right, so that's about it. Thanks to Dan below the Outlaws for the PLL championship game season. Kudo, obviously you had some urgency moving up from 7 to 4 to get Evan Plunkett. Why so aggressive there? You feel like you wouldn't have been there?
I think he's a true midfielder that is really two-handed and he distributes the ball really well and his his toughness.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say the Whipsnakes take TJ's brother.
I hate you.
Why?
For what we talked about earlier.
At the family reunion.
In terms of the defensive side of things, thought you might go with somebody in that 22, 23, and 28 range. Obviously, prior to the draft. So I'm assuming you kind of feel like he's a part of this draft class. But in terms of bringing Taylor late for the defensive end, what was a part of your rationale there?
Well, I think we really like Kevin Farnham. He didn't get a chance to play last year, but we really like him, and we have Greg Lyle as well. And I think thought that Jack Taylor, he'll have to come out. I think he's another guy that can play midfield for us. He's put up a ton of points with Jacksonville, and we trust Galloway, and kind of one of those types of picks versus somebody that we might not even see. So we're excited about that, and I think with
That's the ultimate chrome pipeline pick, though, for the Outlaws. That's the John Galloway call.
Braden Erksa.
Who? Yeah. I couldn't even hear the kid when he said it.
Burks is a speed demon. He's a 4-year player, Atlanta, Georgia prospect. Early in his career, found the field for John Hill. He's a straight line dodger, like shot out of the cannon type dodger. I think his role, to me, in this offense will have to be midfield. The last 2 years, he's played strictly attack, but I like him coming out of the box. Now, I'm not going to compare him to Jared Bernhardt.
But you did.
No. Listen, when he shot out of the cannon.
All right, gang. We're going to shut it down. I got to go talk to some coaches. Thanks for tuning in to the 2026 OTB College Draft Extravaganza. Like, subscribe, be a friend, tell a friend. Happy birthday, Hoots. And we'll see you later this week to recap this entire draft on the pod.
Facts.
Peace.